Are you about to cruise on MSC World Europa for the first time? Then this is a video you don't want to miss. I recently sailed on MSC World Europa through the Mediterranean, and along the way, I discovered a lot of things. Some I really wish I knew before stepping on board. So, in this video, I'm sharing the most important tips to help you make the most of your cruise, from dining tips and entertainment advice to simple ways to save money and avoid common mistakes. Trust me, these are all the things I wish I knew before getting on the ship. Let's start with the ship itself. MSC World Europa is one of the largest cruise ships in the world, and it's very similar in design to MSC World America. This ship has 22 decks and can carry around 6,700 passengers. On board, you'll find a lot of restaurants, bars, shops, and entertainment options. One thing that really makes this ship unique is the range of cabin choices. In addition to standard inside and ocean view rooms, there are also interior-facing balcony cabins that overlook the promenade, as well as traditional ocean-facing balcony rooms. It sounds big, but honestly, once you spend a little time exploring, it's surprisingly easy to get around. And overall, it's just an amazing ship to experience. There's more than one buffet on this ship, and the best part is they're all complimentary. The main buffet is called Il Mercato, and it's located on deck 18 right by the main pool. This is where most people go, so it can get pretty busy. But here's the tip. There's actually another buffet on deck 19 called La Brasserie, and it serves pretty much the same food. It's basically an overflow buffet, and if deck 18 gets crowded, staff will usually direct you upstairs. There's also a more casual restaurant called the Pizza and Burger. It's buffet style, but with a smaller menu. Pizza, burgers, hot dogs, salads, and desserts. What I really like about Pizza and Burger is the location. It's on deck 6, right near the shops, guest services, shore excursion desk, and the future cruise office. So it's really convenient. Instead of heading up to the main buffet, I like to go there for a quick lunch. The chili dogs and donuts are really good. And it's right across from Luna Park where the arcade is. Now, let's talk about the pools, because there are quite a few. The main outdoor pool is on deck 18, and that's where it gets busy. But if you're looking for something more relaxing, check out the Zen pool. That was actually my favorite pool on the ship. It's quieter and just a lot more chill. There's also an indoor pool in the Botanic Garden area, which is great if the weather isn't perfect. And if you're traveling with kids, there's a splash area and a massive water park with slides. Hot tubs. One thing I really liked about MSC World Europa is that there are a lot of hot tubs, way more than you'd typically find on a cruise ship. You'll find smaller hot tubs around the main pool, larger ones up on the upper decks, and even more inside by the indoor pool area. Giant slide. And here's something really unique about this ship. The giant slide called the Venom Drop. This is actually a dry slide that takes you from deck 20 all the way down to deck 8, so it spans multiple decks. It's free to ride and a fun activity for thrill seekers. World Promenade. One of my favorite areas on MSC World Europa is the World Promenade. It's an open-air boulevard at the back of the ship, and it's just a really cool place to hang out. You'll find restaurants, bars, lounges, shops, and there's usually live music as well. This is also where the Venom Drop slide ends, which adds a fun energy to the space. On sea days, it's a great spot to just sit, relax, and enjoy the ocean views from the back of the ship. Not so crowded spots on the ship. If you're looking to escape the crowds, I found a couple of great hidden spots. One of my favorites is Sweet Temptation. It's a candy and dessert shop that also serves things like crepes. It has this fun, bright pink decor, and surprisingly, there's usually plenty of seating, even on sea days. Just keep in mind the food is not complimentary, but it's a nice, quieter place to relax. At night, another great spot is the Raj Polo Tea House. It's perfect if you want something more calm and relaxing after dinner. You can order tea, but it's not free. There's also outdoor seating, which feels private and exclusive. If you're traveling with teens, MSC World Europa is actually a great ship because there's so much for them to do. Aside from the water slides and the Venom Drop slide, there's also Luna Park on Deck 6, which has an arcade, And up on deck 20, there's a sportsplex with activities like bumper cars and games. Kids Club. And for younger kids, there's a kids club located on deck 19 near the La Brasserie Buffet. It's a complimentary kids programs with lots of Lego themed activities. Free texting. One of the best perks of sailing on MSC is the free texting feature. And the great part is, you don't even need to buy a Wi Fi package. You can message other guests directly through the MSC app just by connecting to the ship's complimentary Wi Fi network. It makes it really easy to stay in touch and coordinate plans with family and friends on board. The only downside is that kids can't use the chat feature for privacy reasons. So for us, that meant we couldn't message my 12-year-old son, which was a bit inconvenient. Another thing to be aware of, don't expect traditional printed menus in the dining room. On MSC World Europa, you'll need to scan a QR code with your phone to view the menu digitally. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of this system. Not everyone has a smartphone or tablet, and if you're traveling with kids, you'll end up sharing devices. I also noticed that older guests, like my parents, definitely prefer having a physical menu. You can ask your server for a printed menu, but they're not always available. Digital menus are the norm on MSC World Europa. The same goes for the daily planner. Don't expect a printed schedule delivered to your cabin. Instead, MSC provides a QR code that you scan to open a PDF of the day's activities. If you're used to having a paper planner, this can feel a bit inconvenient. One thing you shouldn't miss, the mozzarella cheese at the buffet. The mozzarella is on a completely different level compared to what I've had on MSC cruises in the US. It's made fresh on board, and you can really taste the difference. There's a dedicated mozzarella station at the buffet, and it's definitely worth checking out. And while we're talking about food, the desserts deserve a special mention. Whether you're at the buffet or in the main dining room, the desserts are consistently excellent. I don't know if it's because you're cruising in Europe or because MSC has talented pastry chefs, but the quality really stands out compared to many US cruises. Not only do they taste great, but they're also beautifully presented. So, whatever you do, don't skip dessert. Trust me, you'll regret it. The donuts on the ship are amazing. I always have a few at the breakfast buffet, and sometimes I even end up having them again later in the day, either at pizza and burger or back at the main buffet for lunch. They're soft, freshly baked, and delicious. Trust me, once you try them, you'll keep going back for more. Caesar salad and shrimp cocktail are not standard. One thing to keep in mind, you shouldn't expect the same American cruise food staples. Dishes like Caesar salad, shrimp cocktail, and French onion soup are not available every day. On my cruise, they only showed up once during gala night. And honestly, the Caesar salad was pretty disappointing. It tasted more like bland mayonnaise on lettuce than an actual Caesar salad. On most MSC cruises in the US, juice is available throughout the day at the buffet. But on MSC World Europa, it's only complimentary during breakfast. Once breakfast service ends, the juice dispensers are turned off for lunch and dinner. If you get a chance, definitely try to tour, or better yet, experience the spa thermal suite. It has all the standard features you'd expect, like hydrotherapy pools, salt rooms, and saunas. But what makes it really unique is the snow room. Room service breakfast on MSC World Europa is complimentary. The menu only includes cold breakfast items like yogurt, fruit, muffins, cereal, and coffee, so no hot breakfast foods like eggs or bacon. It's worth noting that this is different from many US cruises, where you can usually order a full hot breakfast through room service. Also, if you're booked in MSC's entry-level Bella experience, all room service, including continental breakfast, may come with an additional charge, so it's something to be aware of when booking. Make sure you take the time to apply for the MSC Voyagers Club status match before your cruise. It's one of the easiest ways to unlock free perks on board. MSC has a status match program where they match your loyalty status from other cruise lines, hotel chains, and even airlines. All you need to do is fill out an online form, upload proof of your existing status, and wait for approval. It's quick and definitely worth it. For example, my sister is a Hilton Honors Diamond member, and MSC matched her to Diamond status in the Voyagers Club. That immediately gave her perks like priority boarding, free specialty dining, and even free 1 hour access to the thermal spa suite. Watch my video to learn more about it. You need to reserve your evening theater shows through the MSC app. My advice is to book all your shows on day one of the cruise for the entire week and for everyone in your group. It feels a bit tedious at first, but it's worth doing because the shows do sell out. Your key cards will be waiting on your cabin door. Unlike many cruise lines that hand you your key cards at the terminal, MSC places them in an envelope right on your cabin door. After boarding, you can head straight to your stateroom to pick them up. The MSC for Me app is essential on MSC World Europa. You'll use it for everything: texting other guests, checking your onboard account, making theater reservations, and viewing the daily schedule. While you can download it once you're on board, it's much easier to set everything up before you leave home. Online check-in requires a camera and good lighting. If this is your first MSC cruise, be aware that the online check-in process can take some time. Make sure you're in a well-lit area and using a computer with a good camera, because MSC requires you to take a photo as part of the process. I'll be honest, I don't love MSC's check-in system. Compared to other cruise lines, it feels a bit more complicated. The system is very sensitive to lighting, and it can glitch or take a while before it successfully captures your photo. So just be patient. Get your free cruise packing list. Whether you're a first-time cruiser or a seasoned traveler, this one-page checklist makes sure you never forget the essentials. Download my free cruise packing list printable. Link in the description below. Confused about gratuities? Here's the truth nobody warns you about. Watch the next video. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe for more cruise and vacation videos like this. Thanks for watching.